Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Meet the Farmers special about the upcoming Leaf Online Farm Sunday and British Food Fortnight. To talk us through what's happening, I'm thrilled to be joined on the line by Leaf's Open Farm Sunday manager, Annabelle Shackleton, and Cambridgeshire farmer, Tom Martin. Tom, it's been a while since you've been on the show.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, thanks so much both for coming on. Annabelle, there's going to be lots happening all weekend, but can you run us through the basic plan for Saturday and Sunday and how listeners can watch and engage with what's happening?
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting us. Yes, this coming weekend, we've got for our second online Farm Sunday this September, we've got a whole weekend of activity. So on the Saturday, which is the start of British Food Fortnight, we're really celebrating British food and produce. We've got a live cookery demonstrations lined up, some delicious recipes for everyone to try. We've got nutritionists on board, starting off with Lucy Williamson's going to be talking about nutritious vegetables.
Oh, Lucy's on it. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And Newlands Farm Shop in Hampshire, they're going to be inspiring teenagers how to cook. We're then going up to the Scottish Borders, and Lucy Wilson at Cowbog Farm in the Scottish Borders is going to be cooking with blueberries, including a cocktail, so I believe. So there we go. And then Karen Watson, who you probably know from McDonald's Farm in Essex. Yep. She's doing pizza fun for everyone and encouraging younger people to actually make homemade pizzas. Then we're heading up to Northumberland to see John Renner. John Renner was one of the Facebook Live farmers back in June. And he's got a local chef and friend, Richard Sim, who's going to be cooking some of John's lamb on his farm, a barbecue butterfly of lamb. Then at 4 o'clock, we're over in Pembrokeshire to see an amazing Welsh beef recipe with sticky red cabbage and garlic potatoes, which just sounds delicious.
Sounds amazing.
And then at 5 o'clock, we're back up to Aberdeenshire, and a nutritionist there, Rosa Holt, is going to be talking about some of the local produce up in Aberdeenshire. So that's Saturday, which is just going to be an amazing start, and hopefully will whet everyone's appetite for Sunday, which is the real big one as far as I'm concerned. It's our second Leaf Online Farm Sunday.
Tom, you took part in the last online Farm Sunday, which took place back in June, and you did a virtual farm tour. How easy was it to get involved, and why did you want to get involved in an online version of Open Farm Sunday? I mean, we all know that you are Mr. Social Media when it comes to farming social media, but why specifically Online Farm Sunday?
Well, we all are talking about our farms and really what goes on there. So it's an absolute pleasure. It's an easy decision to take part because it was something that I really, really want to do, something I'm passionate about anyway. And I think it's a responsibility of all of us to show people what happens on the other side of the farm gate, and what better opportunity than Online Farm Sunday. I had done Open Farm Sunday a couple of years ago, and so this was just really an extension of that.
Annabelle, take us through the Sunday. What's going on the Sunday? What's your plan?
Oh, it's amazing. We're starting off in Cambridgeshire, actually, with a couple of experts there from G's Fresh. They're going to be talking about the amazing technology involved with producing nutritious celery and lettuce. We're then up to Aberdeenshire again to meet John and Helen Scott on their arable and livestock farm. At noon, we're down to Somerset to an Arla dairy farm to meet Sophie Gregory. And then in the afternoon, we're back up to Wensleydale Experience up in North Yorkshire to see their livestock. 4 o'clock, we're over in Jersey to see some of those adorable Jersey cows, and been promised that we'll actually see them being milked as well, so actually get into the milking parlour, which would be amazing. At 5 o'clock, we're over in Ceredigion for a fabulous half an hour all about sheep, and Jamie McCoy is going to be telling everyone anything and everything that there is to know about sheep and how they look after them. So really looking forward to that. And then at 6 o'clock, we're rounding off with Ali Capper over in Shropshire, talking about her hops and fruit farm. What I've missed out there is something that's quite special and quite different this year, is that we're also going to be flying off, forget the lockdown rules and COVID, we're taking everybody off to West Africa, to Ghana at 12:30 to Zulu Farm, which is actually a farm that produces pineapple and papaya for Blue Skies, a British company. The farm's actually owned by them, but it's importing all the exotic tropical fruit that you find in shops and supermarkets, pre-prepared for us all to enjoy. And we're actually going to go and find out how pineapple is grown, which is just phenomenal. And then at 2:30, we're also going to a rice grower in Spain, which I have to say, until I spoke with our friends at Kellogg's, I never realised that rice is grown in Portugal, Spain and Italy. So we're heading off to Spain to see some fabulous people there as well, to see how rice is grown. So we've got a whole range of activities. It's going to be amazing. Between 1 and 3 o'clock in particular, we've got a focus on wildlife and biodiversity. We're hoping that lots of farmers are going to be sharing fantastic wildlife and biodiversity on their farms with people, and talking about the different processes and what they're doing to actually encourage more wildlife.
Fantastic. So you've got your set tours, but you're also asking farmers all over the place to get involved on social media this Sunday. What can they do? And is there a particular hashtag that they should be using?
Absolutely. So we're inviting as many farmers as possible to get involved, share their farming story, and use the hashtag LOFS20. And we'll pick that up on Twitter, on Facebook and on Instagram, and share whatever we can, so that we can really raise the voice of British farming and share lots of different stories, because as you know, every farmer's unique, and farmers across Britain are doing such a fantastic job, and we just want that Sunday to be a complete celebration of British farming. And we know that visitors want to hear it as well. The response that we got from our 7th of June first online Farm Sunday was phenomenal. And you know, we have a lot of fans of Open Farm Sunday, people that go back to events year after year and love to see the farms develop and keep meeting the farmers. And what they said that's quite special about an online Farm Sunday is that you can actually travel across the UK and see farms everywhere, as well as going international as well. So all from the comfort of wherever you are with your device that you're looking at social media at the time.
Tom, the lockdown has changed a lot this year, and I don't know how it's affected people's interest in your day-to-day social media engagement. But do you think it's had an impact on public support for buying British, learning about the countryside, cooking from scratch, and why is now a good time for farmers to get involved in more social media engagement if they don't already?
You know, I think it all comes from awareness, and I think lockdown and everything associated has made people even more aware of their food and actually the importance of it. And with that awareness comes an interest, and with that interest, you know, then they're you know, looking to engage more. So the demand, the interest is there, and really it's part of our role as a food producer to interact with our final customer, which is everybody. So yeah, I think with that increase in interest, there's a huge opportunity, and really for farmers of all scales, all types, and from all across the UK, whether it's 2 photos shared of something you've spotted that day, or you know, a 5-minute video, or whatever it might be. People are absolutely fascinated, and even the things that I think are relatively everyday, or even, dare I say, mundane, they're not. If that's not your everyday experience, people are absolutely fascinated by it. So there's a huge opportunity, and schools in particular are doing more. So children are driving it as well. It's great. You know, they're wanting mum and dad. You know, can we visit a farm? Can we explore this? Can we find out about that? So you know, whatever it might be, large or small, photo or video, or a little bit of commentary, people are really interested, and it's a great time to be sharing what's happening on your farm.
Well, thank you both so much for giving us a flavour this weekend. I'm certainly excited for it, and I know you both are as well. Just before we go, Annabelle, if listeners want to find out more before the weekend, where should they go and what should they search for?
Well, we've got everything all detailed on our website, farmsunday.org, and our social media handles is check out Open Farm Sunday. So on Facebook, it's at Leaf Open Farm Sunday. On Twitter and Instagram, it's just Open Farm Sunday. And throughout the weekend, follow hashtag LOFS20, and you'll get all the latest news and recordings and commentary throughout the weekend.
Brilliant. Well, good luck and thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.